Ready to brighten up your home? Well, a good place to start is with a new coat of paint. It could be just a whole room or just a wall, maybe a piece of furniture. Whatever your plans, you need the right tool to do the job right. And that's where our next guest comes in. Welcome Andy Amrhein of Evey True Value Hardware. First, Andy, before we start, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday
Thank you very much.
You're spending your birthday with us?
No place I'd rather be.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like how I started the show.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, thank you. I appreciate
You have
that.
big plans tonight?
I'm having meatloaf. Mary's making me meatloaf for dinner, so there you go. Of course, it won't be as good as yours. I mean, I competed with Bill a couple times. I never win. So, wow, you're pretty special.
Give you some tips
Congratulations.
later.
Yeah, I got to go try yours.
Well, tell us what you brought for us today.
Well, you know, painting projects, it's a big time of year for indoor projects and so forth. And after our last segment a couple weeks ago, I had a lot of people ask me, okay, I got this glitter paint now or these paint things, but you know, what do I do first? And it's an important part. Your prep work is everything. So I started with different spackling compounds, different patching, because you got to patch before you paint. Right. So, and there's different spackling compounds, patching compounds now, and some of them make it a lot easier than some of your old school ones. This first one, this Dry Dex, it's pink on top. That's actually the way that the patching comes out. You put it on, and then as it dries, it turns white. Because a lot of times people put that spackling on, they never know if it's dry or not, and they paint on it right away, and the paint doesn't stick, and then it goes into all these issues. This way it takes the guesswork out of it. And you put it on, it goes on pink, but it dries white. You know when it's dry, then you could go ahead and sand it or paint it. The next one, a lot of times your patches, because our whole houses move. So, and this one has a special elasticity to it, to where it stays in a lot better than the other type. And here, pick up these two. You know, feel the weight. You know, feel the weight of that one.
That one's
that's
really
a little heavy. How about that one?
Very lightweight.
Yeah. So that's one of your newer lightweight ones that are a lot easier to use. So if you have arthritis or problems or something with it, you can get some that are a lot easier, lighter weight to use now. And there's even better ones out for wood. So if you're patching furniture or kitchen cabinets or something before you're painting, there's proper wood patches and so forth to use.
What about, I know a lot of Pittsburgh homes have textured walls, so can you use any of these products
You could use any of those, or you can actually get, and I didn't think to bring it, I should have called you first, they make a spray texture now.
Oh, cool.
You can get, we have like 6, 7 different flavors of a stucco texture in an aerosol can. So once you patch it, if you want to get that texture, you can get a spray can of the texture and you just spray it on, and it's called a popcorn or a stucco, a heavy, a light, and then you could just retexture it. The last thing here with the patching, this is for holding those patches in, like this one comes with a little bit of the elasticity to it. This is like a clear coat that after you put it on, it's just called goodbye cracks. You can spray it over top of it, it dries, then you paint, and what that does is prevents that patch from ever coming out again.
Great.
So it's just great for these whole houses. There's all types of different putty knives and tools, and the big thing to pick is whether you want a flexible one that bends, or if you want one that's real stiff, depending on if you're scraping or if you're running over it. Also, there's these all-in-one type of tools that have even the curves marks for cleaning your roller covers or cleaning out the old cracks and so forth with it. And then you're picking the right roller cover.
And
there's thin ones, there's thick ones for texture, and you don't want to get one too thick because you waste a lot of paint, but you want to get one thick enough to cover all your marks and everything with it.
I know you've said this before, picking the right brush is everything. Spend the extra money.
How much paint do you think this brush will hold?
Not much.
Not much. And go to the other end. This is called a Purdy brand.
I've heard of that one.
And Purdy is just an amazing. And then there's some that are in between. So if you don't want the 99-cent brush and you don't want the $15 brush, there's like $10 brushes that are worth keeping and cleaning and so forth.
It's worth the money, right?
And then primer. Primers are everything. I mean, I'm a big, big fan of primers. I'm not a fan of these all-in-one type of products.
Not. And why?
I'm not, because
it seems like the big sell, like, oh, your paint and your primer is all in one. So why
because it doesn't work. Okay,
plain and simple.
It really is. I mean, it's great for a top coat, but it's no better than any other top coat. It's when you need a primer, you need a primer. These all-in-ones are great for the little jobs, but picking the primer, there's ones, glue-based primers for really bad primers. There's ones that if the drywall is peeling off, it'll hold things back on. There's ones if the old paint is cracking, this covers those cracks. And there's ones that if you have a red room and you want to make it white again, there's super bonding primers to cover this stuff. So I'm a big fan of picking the right primer for the job. It'll make it go so much easier in the long run.
Always so much valuable information. And of course, you can visit Andy of Evey True Value Hardware in Bethel Park, and you can ask him or any of his staff members to get some help. And you can also see Andy and our other regular Thursday guest, Doug Oster, this weekend at the Washington County Home Show. Andy will be there Saturday at 2 o'clock, and Doug will be there Sunday at 2 at the Washington County Fairgrounds. Admission is free, so stop in, say hello, get some expert advice from both of these pros.
Looking forward to it.